Coming up next, Blox News on Roblox TV.
Hello and welcome to Blox News. I'm happy to see you again. Let's start with the first subject. President Donald Trump said Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has no cards and is not important to be at meetings, as he warned that Russian President Vladimir Putin could take all of Ukraine if he wanted on Friday. I've been watching for years and I've been watching him negotiate with no cards. He has no cards, and you get sick of it. You just get sick of it. And I've had it, Trump said in an interview on Fox News Radio's The Brian Kilmeade Show, after Kilmeade pressed him on Russia being to blame for the war. He's been at a meeting for 3 years and nothing got done, so I don't think he's very important to be at meetings, to be honest with you. Trump continued about Zelensky. He makes it very hard to make deals. But look what's happened to his country. It's been demolished. The US president also said Putin could take all of Ukraine if he wanted, adding that's why Zelensky should be working toward a deal with the nation that invaded nearly 3 years ago. He wants to make a deal, Trump said of Putin, and he doesn't have to make a deal because if he wanted, he'd get the whole country. Trump slammed former President Joe Biden and Zelensky, accusing them of not doing enough to work toward a compromise that could have averted Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Putin could have been talked out of that so easy, but they didn't know how to talk, Trump said. Trump said he was not trying to make Putin like nicer or better, but added the war never should have happened. He also expressed disappointment with Zelensky's rejection of the rare earth minerals deal. Israel preparing to receive coffins said to contain remains of Shiri Bibas. Bibas's remains had been expected to be among those of 4 hostages returned by Hamas on Thursday, alongside her sons, Kefir and Ariel, and another captive, Oded Lifshitz. The boys were 9 months old and 4 years old, respectively, when they were taken captive. However, while forensic tests by Israeli authorities confirmed that the remains included those of the 2 boys and Lifshitz, the 4th body was not that of Shiri Bibas, and nor did it match that of any other Israeli hostage, prompting outrage and condemnation. Now her body has been returned to Israel, according to the Forum. Last night, our Shiri was brought home. After the identification process at the Institute for Forensic Medicine, we received the news this morning that we had feared. Our Shiri was murdered in captivity, the statement from the Hostages and Missing Families Forum said, quoting the Bibas family. She has returned home to her sons, her husband, her sister, and all her family to rest, the statement added. CNN has contacted the Israeli government for official confirmation of the results of the forensic examination. Shiri's husband and the children's father, Yarden Bibas, was released by Hamas earlier this month after 484 days of captivity. Opposition party leader Yair Lapid called the return of Bibas' remains a long and painful closing of a circle. I share in the pain and sorrow of the family and friends. We so hoped for a different ending, Lapid said in a post on Telegram. Kibbutz Nir Oz, the community where Bibas was taken hostage along with her husband and children in the Hamas-led attack of October 7th, expressed its deep sorrow in a statement Saturday. Today, after 16 unbearably difficult months, the painful circle is finally closed for the family, and in the coming days she will return, together with her 2 young sons, to eternal rest in the land of Israel, the statement said. Earlier Friday, the International Committee of the Red Cross said it received a coffin from Hamas and transferred a set of human remains to Israeli authorities. Hamas Run al-Aqsa News reported that the militant group had handed over what it described as Biba's body to the Red Cross, citing its leader Mahmoud Mardawi. A convoy carrying the remains arrived in Tel Aviv for identification on Friday night. As the vehicles arrived at the city's Abu Kabir Forensic Center, mourners lined the street outside, holding Israeli flags. Hamas, which says Shiri and the two boys were killed in an Israeli airstrike in 2023, said later that her body may have earlier been mixed up with the body of another person killed in the airstrike and vowed to investigate. Israel has rejected Hamas's explanation of how the Bibas' family members died. On Friday, Israeli military spokesperson Daniel Hagari claimed forensic evidence showed militants had murdered the two boys with their bare hands. He did not elaborate on the claim, which Hamas later dismissed as sheer lies. John Reynolds tells us what we are going to see in sport. Hello, John.
Hello, Jessica. Hello, everyone. Here are some titles we are going to see in sport. Steph Curry reaches historic scoring milestone as Warriors continue post-trade deadline improvement. My target is to become a world champion. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc on why he has his eyes on F1's top prize, and why the Four Nations face-off was a runaway success for hockey. We will see all of this, plus more, in sport.
And how will the weather be?
The weather is mostly sunny. We will see more at weather.
Thank you, John. Block's news ends here. Thank you so much for watching us today. You can find more news on our website, sites.google.com/view/RobloxTVNet. If you have any important information, feel free to send it to our email address, office.robloxtv@gmail.com. See you next time. Goodbye. It's time for a short ad break.
Oof, stuck paying for that old phone? Don't be. You know, at Verizon, we'll pay off your phone, and you'll get iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. Now with Genmoji. That's a value of up to $1,600. Only on Verizon.
Believe our love's terminal. I'm down on my knees, begging you please come home.
What are y'all doing?
We're showing all our love to Black founded brands.
So what makes you feel this is love?
The way I love these cookies, I'd fight for them.
The way this carrot's fit got us feeling fresh.
Ooh.
And how this lip bar shade helps my glow up.
But I think we know a thing or two about spreading the love.
Show us how you spread the love for Black-founded brands.
What are you up to?
Just about to double our network.
Wow.
Double coverage activated. Double coverage activated. Double coverage activated.
Double coverage activated.
Double coverage activated.
Now with double the network coverage, make your move to Vodafone.
Wake up, rested, workout, killing it. Wow, the day just clicks.
You know, most people quit their New Year's resolutions by the second Friday in January. It's called Quitter's Day. Look it up. But what if we didn't quit right after starting? Or because it's raining or something? What if we had some extra motivation? This year, what if a little bit of help on our wrists
Goal achieved.
could help us quit quitting?
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life are not guaranteed. Like sinks knowing you exist. Don't worry, Kathy, we see you.
And you thought, the game.
Or great chemistry.
Where'd you go? All you, Marchand.
No. Or traction. Easy now. Yeah, that's not guaranteed. You know what AT&T guarantees? Connectivity you depend on, the deals you want, and the service you deserve. Or we'll make it right. That's the AT&T guarantee.
That was the ad break.
Discover the new Roblox TV website. More modern and more flexible.
Hello, and welcome to Sport. Steph Curry reaches historic scoring milestone as Warriors continue post-trade deadline improvement. Steph Curry reached yet another historic scoring milestone on Friday, as his Golden State Warriors maintained their on-court improvement since the NBA's trade deadline earlier this month. Curry scored 20 points in the Warriors' 132-108 win over the Sacramento Kings, in doing so becoming the 21st player in NBA history and first Golden State player to score 20 or more points in 700 games. When put to him, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr couldn't hide his amazement at the achievement, saying, "That's pretty impressive." Curry reached 20 points by going 7 for 13 on his field goal attempts, including hitting 4 3-points and both of his 2 attempts from the free throw line. Moses Moody and Buddy Hield top-scored for the Warriors with 22 points, while second-year guard Brandon Podziemski added 21 points. Friday's victory continued Golden State's improvement after the trade deadline and their blockbuster acquisition of Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. The Bay Area team has now gone 4-1 with Butler in the lineup. The 35-year-old had 17 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds in the win over the Kings, as they look to move up the Western Conference standings. The Warriors currently sit in ninth position in the conference, 2.5 games outside the playoff positions. And Curry stressed how important the back half of the season is for the team coming out of the NBA All-Star break. We have a 27-game playoff push. I mean, we finished before the break 3-1 with Jimmy on the squad, and the Dallas game on Sunday, and tonight are huge to keep momentum and maintain it coming to this first stretch out the break, Curry told reporters after the win over Sacramento. So you don't want to talk it up too much because every game is important, to be honest. But from practice yesterday, shoot-around this morning, we were pretty locked in. It was a good energy, a good understanding about what we needed to do to win this particular game. And now we've got to do it again. We lost a week ago. So every game is important. Elsewhere on Friday, the two conference leaders, the Oklahoma City Thunder in the West and the Cleveland Cavaliers, returned from the All-Star break with big wins. The Thunder beat the Utah Jazz 130-107, while the Cleveland Cavaliers overcame the New York Knicks 142-105. My target is to become a world champion. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc on why he has his eyes on F1's top prize. It's a saying that perhaps aptly describes Charles Leclerc's pursuit of the Formula One Holy Grail, a maiden World Drivers' Championship title. Season by season, the Ferrari driver has steadily chipped away, inching closer and closer to fulfilling his childhood dream, but never quite getting over the line. Second in 2022 and third last season, the laser-focused Monegasque now has his sights firmly set on becoming the sport's top dog by winning the Italian outfit's first World Championship since 2007. My target is to become a world champion, he tells CNN Sport. Obviously, last year, we finished second in the Constructors' Championship, and I want to win it. But I want to win the World Championship. This is my only dream and the only thing I'm working for. Why the Four Nations face-off was a runaway success for hockey. When Connor McDavid's shot hit the back of the net to end Thursday's showdown between the USA and Canada, he sent an entire nation into delirium and put an end to the most thrilling week of hockey in many, many years. Not too bad an alternative to an all-star game, eh? The Four Nations face-off among Canada, United States, Sweden, and Finland multiple aims for the NHL. Spike TV ratings, spark interest in next year's Winter Olympics, create a marquee event in the middle of a slow period of the sports calendar, and bring new eyes to the fastest game on ice. The early returns suggest it was a bigger success than the league and players could have possibly hoped for, though there are real questions whether we'll ever see such a tournament happen again. The ratings for Thursday's final aren't in yet, but, according to the NHL, the round-robin rounds proved to be a boon for viewership. The league reported an average of 4.6 million viewers watched the 6 round-robin games across North America, a 226% increase on the last comparable competition when NHL players participated in an international tournament, the 2016 World Cup. The USA-Canada game on Saturday averaged more than 10 million viewers across North America, more than any non-Stanley Cup final game since 2014. For a sport that once held a much larger space in the American sporting landscape, it was a return to prominence after multiple lockouts helped send the TV viewership numbers in the U.S. into decline. The fact that NHL players did not play in the 2018 or 2022 Winter Olympics also helped add to a loss of familiarity with the game for viewers who might only tune in for the biggest moments. With the league set to send its best to Milan next year, the Four Nations face-off served as a sort of appetizer for that tournament, a preview of what's to come when the top players in the world put on their country's uniforms in the Olympics. It was scintillating and so far removed from the usual middling effort that comes during normal all-star games. The games between the U.S. and Canada were full of fireworks, from the 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of Saturday's showdown in Montreal, all the way to Canada's Jordan Binnington standing on his head in overtime of Thursday's final. It seemed only fitting that McDavid, the game's preeminent young talent and the heir apparent to Sidney Crosby's title of greatest hockey player in the game right now, was the one to end things when he sent a wrist shot flying past American goalie Connor Hellebuyck nearly halfway through the overtime period. The 4 games in 1 week tournament meant as much to the players as it did the fans, and the fatigue was evident. As the tense final rolled on Thursday night, both teams looked like they were skating in mud, such was the level to which they had exerted themselves. Some players toughed it out through injury and illness to play on in the final, and multiple players said it was akin to playing in a Stanley Cup final game, and in some cases exceeded that level of excitement. It's been absolutely incredible the impact this tournament and that this team's had on the whole country, and I don't think people really realize it yet, said Matthew Tkachuk, the Florida Panthers star who played for Team USA, to Canadian network Sportsnet before the game. He added, "I can tell you that every single person I've talked to is so jacked up for this game. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for us. And I've played in some really big games, and this is the biggest one." To put that in perspective, Tkachuk is not even a year removed from winning the Stanley Cup in a Game 7 winner-take-all showdown against the Edmonton Oilers. A pretty bold statement to make about a first-time tournament, but Tkachuk's sentiments were a strong indication of how quickly the 4 nations face-off took off in importance for the players involved. It didn't hurt the tournament's importance that the usual friendly USA-Canada rivalry has taken on a bit more edge in recent weeks, thanks to President Donald Trump. Trump's repeated statements about Canada becoming the USA's 51st state have annoyed, if not offended, many Canadians. Not entirely surprising given the promise to stand on guard for thee that ends O Canada. The frequent threats of massive tariffs that would severely harm Canada's economy, plus the rivalry between Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Trump, all combined into a toxic stew that saw the Star-Spangled Banner booed in Canadian arenas throughout the last several weeks, including in Montreal before Saturday's matchup. That annoyance showed itself in Trudeau's not-even-veiled shot at Trump celebrating the overtime winner on Thursday, in which he said, "You can't take our country, and you can't take our game." Sport ends here. Thank you so much for watching. You can find more news on our website, sites.google.com/view/Roblox TV net. Don't leave because the weather is coming. Goodbye.
It's time for a short ad break.
Taste Lay's flavors from around the world. The refreshing, creamy Lay's tzatziki flavor from Greece. the delicious blend of spices in Lay's masala flavor from India, and the sweet, smooth Lay's honey butter flavor from South Korea. Buy a bag, and you could win a vacation.
Hey, grab me one too.
Oof, stuck paying for that old phone? Don't be. You know, at Verizon, we'll pay off your phone, and you'll get iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence on us. Now with Genmoji. That's a value of up to $1,600. Only on Verizon.
Don't believe our love's terminal. I'm down on my knees, begging you please come.
What are y'all doing?
We're showing all our love to Black founded brands.
So what makes you feel this is love?
The way I love these cookies, I'd fight for them.
The way this carrot's fit got us feeling fresh.
Ooh.
And how this lip bar shade helps my glow up.
But I think we know a thing or two about spreading the love.
Show us how you spread the love for Black founded brands.
What are you up to?
Just about to double our network.
Wow.
Double coverage activated. Double coverage activated. Double coverage activated.
Double coverage activated.
Double coverage activated.
Now with double the network coverage, make your move to Vodafone.
Wake up, rested, workout, killing. Wow, the day just clicks.
You know, most people quit their New Year's resolutions by the second Friday in January. It's called Quitter's Day. Look it up. But what if we didn't quit right after starting? Or because it's raining or something? What if we had some extra motivation? This year, what if a little bit of help on our wrists
Goal achieved.
could help us quit quitting?
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life are not guaranteed. Like sinks knowing you exist. Don't worry, Kathy, we see you.
And you thought, the game.
Or great chemistry.
You know what, you go. All you, Marciano.
No.
Dog!
Or traction. Easy now. Yeah, that's not guaranteed. You know what AT&T guarantees? Connectivity you depend on, the deals you want, and the service you deserve. Or we'll make it right. That's the AT&T guarantee.
That was the ad break.
Discover the new Roblox TV website, more modern and more flexible.
Hello, and welcome to weather. The weather in the United States is mostly sunny. Brooklyn, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Dallas, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Denver, 21 degrees Fahrenheit. Houston, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Indianapolis, 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Lincoln, 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Los Angeles, 51 degrees Fahrenheit. Manhattan, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. New York, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Philadelphia, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Queens, 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Sacramento, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. San Antonio, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. San Diego, 53 degrees Fahrenheit. San Jose, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. St. Paul, 12 degrees Fahrenheit. The Bronx, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Washington, 24 degrees Fahrenheit. This was all the weather information. If you want more updates, visit our website, sites.google.com/view/Roblox TV net. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.